Hey guys, so today we're going to continue with this window folio tutorial. So we work on the cover, so if you missed that video I will link it down below, and we're going to be working on the center section. And so as I mentioned, I do have a PDF cutting guide, so if you're interested on that I will link it down below. So for this next step we're going to use heavyweight cardstock. We're just going to continue using heavyweight, and I am going to cut two pieces, so I'm keeping all my scraps here, but I'm going to cut two pieces at 8 by 4 3/4. Okay, so go 8 by 4 3/4. So along the 4 3/4 we are going to score at 1/2 inch and at 3/4. Okay, so 1/2 inch and 3/4, and we are just going to fold along the score lines there, and then let's do the same here. Okay, then I'm gonna put these to the side, and I'm going to cut 4 pieces at 4.5 by 4. So this is gonna be 4 by 4.5. Okay, so I'm gonna use all my scraps here. So 4 by 4.5, 4.5 by 4, and then let's do this right here, 4.5 by 4. And we're going to score along the 4.5 inches at 1/2 inch. Okay, so we're gonna score on 1/2 inch and half and 1/2 inch here. Okay, and then we're just going to fold along the score lines and here, and I'm going to bring one of these pages back, and I'm going to be adding one here along the top. Okay, so let me double check my measurement, make sure it's right at 4, because it seems to be a little too big here. There we go. So we're going to add this piece right along the top. Okay, so that's gonna go right there, and we're going to press down, and then I'm going to put another one right here. Okay, so I'm actually just gonna glue this down, so where this one ends I'm going to kind of break these on two. Okay, so make sure you are not gluing on top of your bending line. So here I have my bending line, and I just have a little bit left over, which is okay because I'm just gonna go ahead and even this out here. Okay, just make sure you're not on top of this bending line, and there we go. And so then I'm gonna do the same for the other one. So now for this one we're gonna glue, and we're gonna have the hinges along the right side. Okay, so then we're also going to do one here along the top. Okay, so let's put that right there. Okay, and press down, and then I'm going to put this one. Okay, so where this one ends, that's where we're putting the second one, right here. Okay, and press down. Okay, and then again I'm just gonna even out any extra that I might have here. Okay, so there we go. And then we're going to bring back our book, and we're just going to add these here along the center. So let's add the glue, and we're gonna put one on each side. Okay, so press down, and then we're going to do the other one on the other side. Okay, so let's put that right here. Okay, so press down, open this up, and press and press. And then when you stand up your gussets here, your 1/4 inch, these two should close like that. Okay, now again, let's put these to the side. I love how this looks, by the way. This is just so pretty. I'm going to now cut a new piece of cardstock, and this is going to be, let's do 7 3/4 by 8 1/2, and we're going to score along the 8 1/2. I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. Okay, so let me make sure this is, I'm gonna score at 8. So because I don't think this is exactly 8 1/2, might be a little bit bigger. Okay, and then we are going to add this piece right at the center. So we're gonna open these two that we just added and put these right at the center here. Okay, so there we go. Let's add this right in between those two panels. Okay, so we have this large opening, and so now we're going to cut a piece at 8 by 8 1/4, and we are going to score at 1/2 inch along the 8 1/4. Okay, so we're going to score at 1/2, and we are going to fold along the score line. Now here is where I'm going to create another window. So first, let's cover these two sides with paper. Okay, so I selected these two sheets, and these are from the 8 by 8, and what I'm going to do is first cut these down. So this is going to be side to side, is going to be 7 1/2. Okay, and then from top to bottom it's going to be 7 3/4. Okay, and look how pretty is this paper. Then we're gonna do the same for this one. So we're gonna cut these at 7 1/2 by 7 3/4. Okay, and now I'm going to glue this piece down. Okay, and I'm not going to be adding magnets to this. Okay, but I do want to add the vellum window. So we're going to add the paper here. Okay, so I have my die cut machine, and as you know, this video is a collaboration with Vevor, so I am excited to be playing with this super large cutter, because now I can fit all my projects no problem. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this one that I kind of want on the back. I'm just going to position it, but I'm not going to glue it because I do want to add the vellum paper, right? So what I'm gonna do is just put this here. Hopefully it won't move or anything, but I do kind of want to do this all at once so I don't have to redo the window opening. And so I'm just gonna put that right here, and I'm gonna use a smaller circle die and maybe place it, I'm thinking somewhere up here so we don't kind of take any of the design out. You can put it on the top, you can put it at the center, but I'm gonna put it somewhere over here. And then I'm going to just bring this top section, and we are going to pass these through. So I do have a link for this cutter on the description box below, and also a discount code that you can use on anything on the store and take advantage of their Black Friday sales. Okay, so let's take these out here. Okay, so I do have the window on the back, which is what I really needed. And let's just take this out. And here is the window. Oh, I love it. Okay, so let's put this to the side for now. And I'm going to be using the little leftover piece of vellum that I had. And we're just gonna cut a piece and add it here to make another fun window. So you want to add some glue around the window, and you don't want to add too much glue because you don't want it to kind of go on your vellum. And you can also use acetate, but I really like the vellum, how it makes everything look a little softer. Okay, so that is that, and then I'm just gonna put this one now here. See, now all we have to do is glue this down. Okay, so we're just gonna add this right here. Perfect. And now we can go back to our book, and we can add this page. So I'm going to open all of these, and my idea is to kind of have this layout as a surprise when you open these two. And so I'm gonna glue this on top of this opening flap. Okay, so let's add the glue, and let's line this up to the side. So I'm just gonna pull this up so I can see where I'm gluing this, because everything is white so it's kind of hard to see. Okay, so there we go. Put that right here. And the collection that I'm using is this Ciao Bella let me bring this out, Christmas Sparkle. So that is what we're playing with today. And now I'm just going to select an image to put here, something that you can see through the window. You can also just add a picture there. I think, oh my goodness, shall we do the Christmas tree again? Here, you can kind of see a little bit of the Christmas tree if we put it. But I just really like how that looks. Let's see if we have anything else. But I think that's what I'm going to go for because it's just so pretty. Okay, so then we can do that, or you can kind of just keep this as a blank background and add a picture there. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut these. I do want the tree to show a little bit more, so I'm gonna cut it higher up like that, and then I'm gonna add another piece of paper here to kind of finish up that. Okay, so I'm gonna bring my cutter. Okay, so this should be 7 3/4, but instead I'm gonna cut mine at 7. Okay, and then this is going to be on the side by 7 1/2. Okay, so I want to put this one right there. So by cutting that at 7, now the Christmas tree is higher. You can see it on the window. And then I'm going to use maybe this right there to finish that up. Okay, so this would be 7.5. Okay, so now we can go ahead and glue this down. Okay, so I'm gonna put these here. Okay, and then maybe I'm gonna put this one on there. Yes, look at that, that looks pretty. So I'm going to add my glue here, and oops, drop this. I want to put this under before it dries. Okay, and so there we go. So that looks like a really pretty edge. You can always just put a picture here if you don't want to cover the Christmas tree, but I just love how that looks. Okay, so we have that. Then when you open this up, you also have a large area for a picture, where I think I'm actually going to add a pocket there, because I think Christmas books, you need a lot of pockets to add, I don't know, letters to Santa, cards that you get on the mail, all kinds of things, right? All the things. So I'm going to cut, I'm just going to use my scraps here. And so this will be, let's do 8.5, which already is, by 4. And we are going to score. So along the 8.5, we're going to score at half and at 8. And then along the 4, we are going to score at half an inch. And then we're going to cut the corners and fold. Okay, and then I might as well just add paper to that piece, because I do have a few like scraps from, you know, leftover from the cover. So I'll use maybe this one here. So we want this to be 7.25 by 3.25. Okay, so 7.25 by 3.25. So I'm just gonna glue this down. There we go. And let's put this right there. And then we are going to bring back our book. Open and open and open. And open this up. And then we're just gonna put this piece right here. Okay, so let's press down. There we go. And then let's see if I have another piece that we can put up here. I think this one will be good. So I'm just gonna cut this at 7.25. Okay, and this measures about 4.5. So it's just what I have from my leftovers. And then we can put that inside the pocket. And again, if your scraps are smaller, it's okay to put and have a leftover, so then we can add another edge there as well. But for this one, I think this will be big enough. And let's add the glue. Okay, and we're gonna put this here. Okay, so press down. And there we go. So we have the inside with the pocket. we have, of course we still need to add paper here, but look how pretty this window. You can add that to as many pages as you like, as many features, just using the same technique. And so now I'm just going to add some magnets here. So I'm using 10 by 1 magnets, and I'm just gonna add one on each one of these. So let's put one here, and then let's close this. So now I'm going to use this design also from the 8 by 8, and I'm going to cut these at 7 3/4. So I'm just taking a little bit from each side here, and this is going to be by 7 3/4 as well. Okay, so right about there. And then I'm going to cut these in half and in half. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mark where my half is going to be, basically right at the bells here. Okay, and then we're going to cut these on half. So I don't know if I'm cutting these exactly at half, but close enough. And then I'm just gonna put that right there. Okay, and then we are going to glue these 4 pieces here. Okay, so I want these to look seamless, meaning I don't want to leave any white spacing on the center. So I want these to be pretty much touching there and then here. Okay, so I think it's pretty good. I might need to take some of this side, so I'm just gonna cut a little bit from this side. There we go. And I think now I'm ready to glue. Okay, so let's add this here. Okay, so again, really close to the corner, and let's do this. Okay, so there we go, and then we're gonna do the same. And then this one. And this page would have been really pretty also to kind of do the circle cutting, a little window, right? But there you go. So that is going to be this center section. So now this is going to open and open, and then this is going to open and open there as well. And so I will finish adding my paper. Then this is going to open up to the side. We have our other window here, and then this opens up. And next we're going to be working on the right side.